Hi guys, it's Josh Allen from gak.co.uk here. We are here with Ben from TRC.
Hi, how you doing? You all right?
All good, man, all good. So we're here today to talk about your gear, basically, and what you're playing. So what is it that you're playing at the moment?
So at the moment, my main guitar is a Comparison, an Angelus.
Okay.
I basically came across the guitars because not a lot of people know about Comparison, and it tends to only be the really kind of hardcore guitarists that know about them. But we supported Bring Me the Horizon probably a few times a couple of years ago, and at the time they had Yona from, I think it's I Killed the Prom Queen.
Prom Queen now?
Yeah, so he had this guitar and I was just like, what is that? And it was absolutely beautiful and it sounded amazing, and it turned out it was a Comparison.
Do you want to grab it for us?
Yeah, sure.
So this is the mighty Comparison. So
This is the Comparison.
give us a rundown of the specifications of this guitar.
Okay, well, I'll probably start off by saying I'm not very technical.
Okay.
I know how to play it, but I'm not like a massive tech head. I know that it's got, obviously, we're in a metal band, so EMGs are pretty standard. An 81 and an 85. It's got a nice ebony fretboard. It's got a through neck, no bolt on or anything like that. I much prefer.
The join looks quite skimmed in, so is the neck quite thin?
It's really clean. Yeah, it's a really thin neck. It's actually quite weird playing some of my other guitars and then coming back to this one, because you can really reach around quite easily, so you can have your thumb quite low, and it's just such an easy guitar to play. And we play in drop C.
Okay.
So even with that, the way that the you don't get any buzz. I don't have an ultra thick. I know that some bands use bass strings and stuff, but I use a 60 gauge.
Okay.
And even with that, it's still there's no buzz. It just feels really clean, and it's just so easy to play. Minimal press down, and you hit the notes. So it's just a really nice guitar to play all around.
So is this where is this guitar made? Is it a Japanese model?
Yeah, so these are all handmade in Japan.
Okay.
Every single one of them. There's like this little dude who just sits in this R&D office, I think, for Comparison, and this is one of the old ranges. I think this was like, I bought this 2 years ago. Got this from Comparison 2 years ago, and I think they've like relaunched a whole new range. So there's like new versions of these. They do slightly different ones. The EMGs is like an option. It's not actually what comes as standard. So you have to specify the EMGs. But they have other ones. They have like single coils on the neck. It just depends what you're playing really, and what you like. But it's really good for the thing gets no feedback at all. So it's just really tidy, and also I really rarely use the neck pickup, to be honest. So for me, just having this really simple setup works perfectly, because I don't really play I have a kill switch, so I don't even touch the volume. In fact, on my other custom guitar by PJD, I actually have nothing but a kill switch. I've taken everything off, and
including the volume, no knobs, nothing.
There's nothing. There's just a kill switch. That is it, and no neck pickup. It's like the simplest. It's hardcore, man. We don't need to mess around with tone, with volume, nothing like that.
So speaking of, in terms of what the guitar is capable of doing, it is obviously a metal guitar.
Oh, absolutely.
So we've got the EMGs, we've got the one volume, we've got the three-way selector switch, through neck ebony board. It is an absolute metal machine. So in terms of tone and the sound of the guitar itself, what amp rig are you going through for this guitar at the moment?
So I recently switched. I used to be an Orange Thunderbird guy, and I'll tell you the truth, it was awesome. I absolutely loved it.
Was that the 200 watt monster?
It was the 200 Thunderbird.
I can't even imagine what it's like being on tour with a 200 watt head. Those things weigh a ton.
We used to use two of them. So it was, and we never really used to push it because it had the attenuator, and like we'd like crank it up like a little bit, but it was so beautiful because you get no feedback. It's got a built-in noise gate. It is so loud, and the tone is unrivaled. It's like all British American. British American. British and American. It was so good.
You could choose between either going British or going full hardcore
you could do anything
American.
If you was in a rock band, you could have like more of a crunch sound. It had a beautiful clean tone. If you decided to upgrade to the foot switch, but then if you wanted to just absolutely beast it, I think the guys from like Slipknot use them. They double them up. I know that they double them up, but I think everyone would agree that the Orange Thunderbirds are like the cream,
cream
absolutely.
So what is it that you're using at the moment?
So now I've actually switched to the Black Star.
Oh, okay.
And the reason I did that is because I'd known a few guys that use them. The guys from While She Sleep use them. I don't know if they do now, but they did originally. Mike Juice from Atlantis used to use them. So I'd heard of the brand, and I obviously liked the tone.
Well, we sell Black Star as well at the store.
Yeah.
So is it the Series 1-100 or the Series 1-200 you're using?
1-200.
The 1-200.
Yeah, and for metal, it is unbelievable. So
cool.
it is. I would say the orange is very versatile. The Black Star isn't.
Okay.
The Black Star is what you use if you are just all out distortion, gain.
Which you guys are, right?
Which we are. Yeah. I don't actually think we have a clean part.
Okay.
The only clean part is in between the songs.
Okay.
Where there's no guitar.
Yeah, of course.
So for us, that's kind of one of the reasons I switched. Also, I spoke to the guys and I went down and demoed all the gear, and I really liked the sound. I've been playing the orange probably for about 7 years, so I do fancy a little bit of a change. I wanted to switch it up a little bit, and the band had changed a little bit as well, so we were like thinking about, just introducing some new stuff, mix it up a little bit, and I fancy some new gear as well. So yeah, I went with the Black Star, really happy.
Awesome.
The only thing I would say transitioning is that I've now needed to buy a noise gate because the Black Star,
so much gain.
there's just so much gain,
Yeah.
and when you're on stage with all the
want
other
it to,
electronics,
just
it just hums all over the place.
sure,
But
sure.
that's nothing to do with the
No.
amp. That is purely just because of.
I mean, when you're
what it's
turned
designed
up
for.
and you've got a lot of gain, it's going to happen.
Yeah, but you throw a noise gate on it and you have no problem. Like I say, I have a kill switch as well, so when the song drops, kill it, no sound. It's really easy to manage. It's just a little bit of a change,
Cool.
but all round, love it, absolutely love it.
Cool. So final question for you, Ben. Desert Island Guitars. So obviously we know that you're incredibly happy with your comparison
Yep.
and obviously your custom guitar as well.
Yep.
Is there a pinnacle to your custom dream, like your dream guitar? What would it be?
If I had to say, do you know what? I'd have to go back, and it's not something I would necessarily use on stage.
Okay.
But if we're talking nostalgia, if we're talking, where I've come from, I think those old Ibanez 7-string corn guitars.
Oh yeah. Like the K7.
Oh man, like when I was like 15, 16 and growing up with new metal, all I wanted to be was either Head or Monkey. I just wanted to be one of those guys because the way that they played, it was just so cool. And as a 15-year-old, I was just like, oh my god, this is amazing.
I want to do. This is it.
So yeah, it wouldn't match what the music we play, but for
Just
me,
to own, just to have.
Man, yeah, just to have one of those for me would be
Awesome,
I'd like it. Yeah.
Well, Ben, thank you so much for your time,
No
dude.
worries, man.
I hope you enjoy
Pleasure.
the rest of the show and the day. What time are you on today?
I think we're on at 20 to 4, 3:40. So it was
20 to 4.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Thanks.
So yeah,
He's
this
my
is.
PA.
Oh, hello. How you
He
doing?
looks after me.
Cool. So yeah, this is Ben from TRC. Make sure you check his band out. They're absolutely incredible. Plays a comparison, Black Star amplification. So yeah,
Check it out.
cheers, Ben. Thank you.
No worries. Cheers.